Hello, I'm going to show you today the basics of Microsoft PowerPoint. So I will go down to my Start menu and I will scroll down to PowerPoint. There it is, and I will open PowerPoint. So some of the things that will let you do right off the bat is start out with any type of theme. So we're just going to start with a blank theme for now. So it always opens up to a title page. So this is where we put the title of our presentation. And then usually under here, we will put our name. So we're going to call this presentation 1. And I'm going to put my name by Katie. So there's my title slide. It's pretty simple. And then we want to add a new slide so we continue with our presentation. So we're going to go up here to New Slide. And we're going to pick on a slide that's different. We're not going to pick the title slide anymore because we need to add content into our PowerPoint. So I'm going to click on To Content. And this way I can add a title. And then here I can do bullet points. So I'm going to go slide 1. And then here I can type good news. And then every time I hit enter, it makes a new bullet point for me. So I'm going to put good news on one side, and I'm going to put bad news on the other side, and then I'm going to hit enter. So I can make up as many things as I want. And every time I hit enter, it'll create a new bullet point for me. So say I want to make my title stand out a little bit more. So I can highlight it. And then if I go up here and I click on this B, I can make it bold so it stands out a little bit compared to the rest of my slides, or the rest of my information. If I want to change the font size, I can highlight and click up here, and this drop down will give me all the different font sizes. So then I can see how big or how small I want my words to be on my slide. Another thing I can do is I can italicize my font. So if I click on this kind of leaning eye, it'll make my font into italics. So it kind of turns it on at an angle a little bit. So say I want to change my bullet point. So I can highlight and then go up here and say I want to number them. Instead of having the dots, I can do that. So something else we can do in this is add different shapes. So up here at the top, there's different shapes and arrows that you can add into your PowerPoint. So say I need to make an arrow that talks from slide 1, that goes from, showing 1 to 2, and I can move anywhere I want it to go. I can move this part. So you can kind of just pick and choose where you need your lines to go. So here, then we have some other options. So you can go up to Insert, and this is where you can add maybe a photo to your PowerPoint slide. You could also do a picture online. So if I just type in newspaper, it will do a web search for different types of newspapers. So if I want to add this picture into my slide, I just click on it and hit insert, and then I can move it around. I can resize it by grabbing the corner here and make it bigger or smaller. And then it also gives me different formatting. So if I want to change it to have a border, I can do that, or a shadow. So it gives you lots of different options up here to play around with. Another thing you can do is transitions. So if I want my slides to zoom in or fade out, I can pick different slides. So we'll have this next one push in. So that's what it looks like when it goes from the first one to the second one, it'll slide in. So if I hit present down here, it's going to play my slideshow. And then when I go to the next one, it's going to show me that transition. So it's going to scroll down. So there's a bunch of different transitions up here. You can kind of click through and see which ones you like. They give you a preview. And then there's also sounds that can be added. So you could add applause as your presentation is going on. And then you can pick how long it goes to, if it applies to all the slides. So here are some animations. So say I wanted my newspaper to grow and turn as it comes on the page, or swivel. I can add different animations to the images on the PowerPoint slide. So then I'll go to home, and that starts me back at my basics with my font. And then if I want to save my PowerPoint, I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to save it to a place I remember, Desktop, and I'm going to save it as News PowerPoint. So I remember that my PowerPoint is about the news, and I want to make my title something I'll remember that has to do with my presentation. I'll hit Save, and now I can access this from my desktop.